Because you're saying he'll...
Oh, he squashed me. He's
squashing you, yeah.
He'll squash me into the door.
Yeah.
If he loses the plot a bit, because when he's lovely, you can, like I showed you pictures, everything. But when he loses the plot, he doesn't care about anything.
Ask him to move. Have you lunged him?
No.
Right, so I'm going to ask him.
Last time I saw him, do you remember I said about smashing? That's the last time I saw him smashing all the fences down.
Smashing the fences down?
Yeah.
Focusing on that. Huh? You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, look this side. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I could press that eye now, and it.
You could.
So you can't see. Couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't see it.
Wow.
So guys, this is an absolutely cracking video. Again, so much to learn if you're really wanting to learn the intricacies of horsemanship and what I know and bring to the table. But also if you're not horsey, and so many people, I say it more and more now, so many people are just enjoying our videos for what they are and for the way it helps people and other things, you know. If you're an animal lover, you're an animal lover. But this particular video is cracking. You know, there are some emotional little bits in it of discovery. You know, I always say most of the time problems are a symptom of a cause as some reason, and it's kind of like being a mechanic, a bit of a diagnostic person. You know, when I go places, I try and work out what might have happened or what the problem is, the underlying you know, factor, catalyst for the kind of behaviours that's happening. But this horse, it's called Charlie. I think it's about 13 or 14. The owner has rescued the horse quite a long time ago. It's about 9 or 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure. And Charlie's never been easy. Been a very difficult horse. Now the owner's got other horses, I think 3 other horses. They ride, they're great. These other horses, Charlie different, totally different. He's a much loved rescue horse, but the horse is really borderline very dangerous, and it'll do, as the video goes on, you'll hear what's said and what's happening. But he's a potentially very dangerous horse. Hopefully I can help it in this video, or give reasons why certain things are happening and how to maybe keep things a little bit safer in the future. So I hope you enjoy this. Horsey and non-horsey folks, you know, I hope you get something from it. So here we go. I will butt in quite a bit because I'm going to have to explain quite a few times in the video. Just skip past those if you want, if you get sick of me talking. But here we go.
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
0.3
oh my
of a
life,
mile.
look at this. How would you get a horse trailer through here?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. It's like medieval, isn't it? It's like
Harry Potter's place. Harry Potter?
Right, let's get to it. Oh, straight on, yeah?
Straight on.
So, very much wait and see, but I've got a weird feeling we're going to have quite a few issues with this horse today. I think it's some sort of rescue horse as well. We've got a rescue background.
Or metal gates.
Is it here?
No, it's not there.
We've got to go past the first yard apparently, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this lane, Tan. You don't have to get a car down it. You wouldn't be able to... Can't even get past the push bike. Oh my life, look at all the stumps.
How old do you think these are?
Oh, I'm not sure, but the guy can hear us, you'd think it...
Yeah, beep him then.
No, I'm not going to beep him, he'll fall off. Fair play.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I wouldn't be able to get up there like that, would you?
No, man.
He's telling me to go.
Yeah, like...
Thank you. He's doing well.
Doing well. Whoa, look at the view.
Wow. That's the valleys, they call it, isn't it?
Welsh Valley.
The Welsh.
Oh, it's
So
got through the metal gates.
Through the metal gates, so you think it's this one?
It's got to be, isn't it?
Look at the old walls.
Old walls.
Wow, it's like some stately home, isn't it? Entrance. So, there's a couple of tiny clips coming up now that I was sent by the owner of Charlie, accompanied by obviously some explanation of what's what. And what you'll notice in this clip next is when the owner stops, Charlie kind of didn't know. It's kind of weird. He just walks on as if there was something, as if Charlie didn't really know. It's just there's something weird there. So you'll notice that. And also on the messaging, he tends to some days bump in to fencing and panic and will spook and just knock his owner flying. So there's already things calculated in my head that there might be something more to this horse than meets the eye. Well, we'll crack on.
Got out the other day, 40 minutes. She went with
Hang on then,
intention
so-
to catch him and he said no.
So you'll be able to catch it, do you?
I know I will, I've never had a problem. Every day he comes to me.
He might not
You
after
might
today. No, but after I finish with him, he might not.
You watch today, I won't catch him. Especially with this, I'm like,
Right then, okay.
So, Han, do you want to come and...
Look at the view you've got.
Come on, babe.
Unbelievable, Tanya. Look at it.
Lizzie, come here, babe. Do you want to... You right with this, Han?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
Put a cart behind you.
Yeah.
She's really sweet. I ride her sometimes.
Oh, do
She's
you?
like a little pod along.
Ah.
She's the same all the time, really. She doesn't really.
Oh, she's shod. So yeah,
Stephen?
she's got a job to do. Reminds me of Sandy. Do you remember a horse I had Sandy about 20 years ago, Tam?
Well, I never knew you then because you were a little boy.
20 years ago?
Oh, 20 years ago.
Yeah, Sandy. Sandy.
Brandy.
Brandy.
Sandy you had when you were 10. I was like, no. Brandy.
That's Charlie now being caught. Walked up to his owner, who loves him dearly, rescued him, put up with his quirks, tried very hard to improve things. And they obviously have got a bond. If somebody else on a certain day will try to catch him, it's not happening. He's an hour to try and catch him, that sort of thing. But without fail, his owner walks in there, he greets her. So, they obviously have got quite a good bond there, which kind of makes me skeptical of why he would smash her down, which can happen, Have a look how you've done that thing, look.
Oh, yes. Can you imagine? Very lovely.
Right, that goes through. That goes through.
Oh, kisses. Thank you. Kisses.
Right, I'm going to watch you take
Yeah.
the horse to the field, yeah? That we're going to go in.
Where's your foot?
Oh, it's hanging in there. Right, just see if you can stop then.
Hasn't she? Hey, Fiona.
You got the same
You
hair
got
as
the
this
same colour hair.
fella. Exact, tell us the name.
Isn't it?
And I jumped around him and he's an absolute angel.
Hopefully he's a bit further away from the other horses, that he'll get a little bit up now and show himself a little bit.
So he's very good right now.
Really?
This, I'm okay because I just want him to be, and sometimes he is like this. Genuinely is like this.
Okay.
So, well, I don't
So
know.
if you just walk him around then, walk him around away from us.
He will let me do this.
So that's just,
This is just Charlie.
She needs to come back this way now.
come back this way. Now when I go out to these horses, what I try to do is watch and observe the owner with the horse and just weigh a few things up, okay? Whether it's a riding problem, handling problem, behavioural issues, I like to see that. Now I watched the owner with Charlie for a little while there, a bit more than much that's shown here. And I kind of worked out that Charlie felt a lot more comfortable when the owner had the lead rope and was touching Charlie at a distance of about 2 foot with her arm. And I've got a couple of bits captured on this video to show it. So it's as if he's got like a little bit of a nook from knowing that she's touching and at a little distance, which is another building up in my mind about what's causing these problems. So you might notice that now. Now.
Turn this way.
Yeah, this way.
And then I noticed he's getting a bit more up there. So if you go back up there, then just keep yourself safe.
Yep, I tried to breathe. It sounds silly, but I have to really think about
Because you never know if he's going to get a little bit upset to charge through you. Is that? He wouldn't. If he was with the horses, he wouldn't be this up. You know, he's getting a bit up now, but.
Yeah, he does. I bring
Right.
him out often.
Let's just have a look at it. If you bring him back here now, we'll just have a little look at his eyes.
Yes, please. Walking with his head down, he never.
Yeah, his eyes then. So, right, you can see out of that,
Okay.
and you can see out of that. Okay, so that was one of my first port of calls, was to check the eyesight out of the left and right eye. I only just quickly did it, and each time I did it, basically, if you do that to an eye, a horse's eye, they'll blink every time as it's going towards them. Sometimes it's that far away, sometimes it's that far away. And I did it, and both times it blinked. I wish I'd have kept doing it little bit more, but he blinked straight away. So I thought, no, he can see that. So we carried on. I didn't want to, worry the owner too much. So I thought to myself, his eyes are fine. Wish I'd have done a little bit more. Now, what I'm about to do now, I've just been handed Charlie. Now, I know he has no reverse in his vocabulary around people. It's always forward, and will knock people down, won't stop when someone stops. It's just all unrequested forward motion. And I knew I had to get to the feet and get him backing off me. That was my first port of call. I had an idea he'd be stuck with that and didn't really understand that he has to, move back. And remember, it's all new to him now. Suddenly I'm there and I'm going to offer a new feel to him now, and I need to be able to move his feet, and he never ever will be allowed now to move mine while I'm dealing with him. And it's a big deal for horses when they realise that, and eventually when they've got that down, they can just relax and they'll love you even more for it, and the respect comes in. So you'll see his block now and how I deal with that and how things move forward. Now, very interesting to watch. I want to just back up a little bit here, so I'm just going to keep on. See how he's stopped his feet?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just want him to just back away. That's all I wanted, was a little back.
Okay.
He needs to know that I connected to his feet now. What's the matter?
Yeah, I think it's good. Just looking at his eyes.
So he's blocked down again. His head's coming up. All I want is that to free his feet up. His arm don't there. Just no, again. Back that way. Come on. No, don't do it for you. It's your feet. There. Here, you see how I'm just looking at his feet here?
Yeah.
If he gets away from me, I'll just go and catch him again after he's had his run round.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Stop.
Yeah.
Charlie!
He's looking
Charlie!
I feel like he's looking at me all the time. I think I'm a bit of a baby with him, really, aren't I?
Probably
Okay.
a bit too much.
Right, let's back him up again now.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So, that took two little asks, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
First thing we've got to do is get him to stop and back off me with his feet.
yeah.
That's the first thing, because if he respects my space,
Yeah.
enough to back away from me when I'm asking. It's going to change his whole mindset about bumping into you.
Okay.
Because you saying he'll...
Oh, he squashed me. Like
He's
in the
squashing you,
stable,
yeah.
He'll squash me into the door. If he
Stop.
loses the plot a bit, because when he's lovely, you can like show the
Yeah,
pictures, everything. But when he loses the plot, he doesn't care about anything.
Well, what he's doing is searching a couple of little things out. Stop. Thank you. Back up. Back up away. Back up away. There.
Yeah.
So we'll get through this first,
He's getting it.
so he knows I'm not going to kill him,
Okay.
but he'll give me space. There. Work through this. Stop. Oh, they don't like to back up in their own poo. That's one thing horses hate, you know.
Really? Oh, love him.
Stop.
Oh, his tail.
So pretty soon he's going to realise, not worth me performing, not worth me rearing, not worth me doing all he wants me to do is stop when I stop and back those feet up. He's got to realise it's something to do with his feet, not too close to me. I'll continue with this little exercise till he's not blowing so much. Stop. Back up. So he's starting to free his feet
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Stop. Lovely. We'll let him think about that for a minute. Charlie!
He's like, whoa.
Charlie!
Uh,
Charlie!
oh, I don't know. Oh, he's good.
Now if he takes a foot towards me without me asking him, then I'll back him up 2 times what he comes forward.
Right, okay.
Okay? We'll let him just calm down a little bit now, because that's probably a bit of a shock for him.
Yeah, yeah,
He's licked and chewed, loosened his mouth off. You know, he's thinking, well, this is different.
Yeah.
So you see what I've just done there? I've just established my space,
Yeah.
and I've just established I'm starting to think about my relationship is with those, the feet. Okay. Now I'm going to ask him to move foot. Have you lunged him?
No. 'Cause
Right, so I'm gonna
last time
ask
I
him-
saw him, remember I said about smashing? That's the last time I saw him smashing all the fences down.
Smashing the fences down.
Yeah.
Right.
But that wasn't with me. I didn't.
Okay. Well, to start a lunging process, I don't trot horses on a lunge or canter around. I don't do that. But I like them to walk around me. So first of all I want him to know is, no, he hasn't moved much, has he?
No.
Are you a little bit surprised that he's...
Yes.
Okay.
Charlie
So-
doesn't stand still.
Hmm?
But Charlie just doesn't stand still.
He doesn't stand still, but he is
We're
now.
up here. We're always
Yeah.
having to move.
So all I'm interested in now is to tell him to move those feet forward. I only want 1 foot forward, and then I've gone. The pressure's off, all right?
Okay.
So I'm going to suggest he goes with the foot. So I'm setting it up now for him to go. So I'm setting it up now. There. So he went sideways, but it was a try, all right? There, he went forward, just only a foot.
Yeah.
Stop, back up. Right? So I'm just going to work on this forward now, just for a second, okay? Right, so, forward. I had a little bit of a thought, didn't I, of forward? So all I wanted was a little bit of a thought. Stop, back up, yes, forward, yes. So this is how it would build.
Right.
Stop. So I'm getting respect. Can you see the respect coming?
Yeah, because he always walks into me when if I'm
Yeah,
in front
well,
of him
that all ends
today.
to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't get letting him come into space and have feed. This is my suggestion. You only take what
Yeah.
you want from me.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, I only think half of what I was taught by my master teachers sits with me now. Half doesn't. So you only take
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Okay.
you want. Right, so I need that forward. Look at that attitude. Yeah? Forward. Come on. There you go, mate. There you go. Now, he's going to be a lot less. The more control I have of his feet, the more I move. Right, there's a saying, and it's a really good saying to think of. I move him, he never, ever, ever can move me.
Right. Yeah.
It's the easiest way to explain a horse as difficult as Charlie. It's because he knows he can move you.
Definitely.
And if push comes to shove, he'll bash through you. So your space means nothing to him at the moment.
Yeah.
Now I'm showing him my space is everything. I move him, he does never move me. Now, all I can do is set a little bit today. I'm only here for a certain amount of time, but if it's continued that way, it becomes solid. And it almost gets to the stage, my horses, if they spooked my horses, they would jump over me rather than in through me.
Miz is like that, see?
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
like. She's okay with Hannah.
so I'm asking here, forward with those feet. Forward with those feet. There. Little forward step. Obviously I'm going to do both eyes.
Yeah.
Right. So forward with those feet. There. And again. There. Lovely. Now I've just had
Disengagement.
just a nice, just for a second,
Yeah.
there was a tiny change there, wasn't there?
Mm.
Did you notice that he
Okay, I missed
just...
that one then.
Hmm?
I think I missed it. I'm sorry.
Right, so forward with the feet. There. Forward with the feet. Come on. There. Change.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Okay.
Just, this is how it builds. So any performing, stop, let's check that back up again. Almost too good.
Charlie.
Right, forward with the feet. There. Now I want the hind end, then let the slack off, back up. Yes. Forward with the feet. There. Nice. Now, he is very reactive. Very, very reactive horse. So what that means is we have to do half of what we would with a normal horse.
Right.
And if that's too much, we go half again. Okay? Now at that beginning where I had to firm up quite a bit and tell him, no, you don't. This is new now.
Yes.
This is where it ends. Now I'm dealing with him. I'm coming down in my energy and everything else. Yeah. Okay, so let's try him forward again. Come on. Boy. Nice attitude. I say a bit further now. So I'm going to say a bit further. So I'm looking at his feet. So I want them forward there. You see how all I'm doing is waiting for him to do what I'm asking him to do. Letting him figure it out. Forward with those feet. There you go. Forward with those feet. There you go. Now the hind end around. Hind end around. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on and we're going to try and, have you ever lowered his head?
I tried doing what you do.
Well, a horse like him won't want to do that because he's so, yeah.
He's
Now you
very
can
active.
keep him, if everything's kept normal and sedate and you give him the treats and he's allowed to sort of lead you in really, then
He does, yeah.
he's kind of okay. As soon as something new, like you say, if the day's wrong and he's seen, then he goes all to pot.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So a horse like that, that's very unsure, doesn't have real leadership, which I'm showing you how to kind of start that up. They won't want to lower their heads because when they lower their heads, they become vulnerable. Remember, a horse on alert is always,
Yeah,
yeah,
Charlie.
wide-eyed and looking round.
Yeah, that's Charlie, actually.
Yes,
usually.
that's Charlie.
Mm.
So he becomes vulnerable. He won't want to be. So, but we'll work on that now a little bit. Right, stop. Now he's really listening to me with the stops, isn't he now?
Yeah, his face is just weird. His eyes.
Okay, so we'll make a start on that then. So I'm going to ask him here. I'm just putting a little bit of pressure. He doesn't want to drop, but the longer it takes for him to think about dropping here, the more it will mean. There, he dropped like a half an inch on his neckline there. Okay, so let's try again. And if I can get him to experience what it's like being his head here, to go quiet, eventually if you do it enough, he will hunt that because it will make him feel better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Does that make sense what I just said?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm just asking him here, just a little bit of pressure, moving this down, side to side look. So he'll have 3 releases, one from the pull down on the halter, one from the left and right hand side. So I expected this to take quite a bit of time, and it will, but it's an important thing.
Yeah,
Before I go, I need you to be able to do this, you see.
Okay.
Maybe in his stable, we'll go in his stable in a bit. No, we'll...
So a very important part of my training is getting horses that are nervous to relax. Went into that scenario of lowering Charlie's head down. I'm going to have to skip some of this because I was there for absolutely ages, more than most horses. But I was doing it on the left side of the horse, which it'll become apparent what's going on. I reckon if I'd have done it on the right hand side, so a little bit of my mistake there, I should have tried both eyes, but he wasn't comfortable. Got kind of there towards the end of this, and I'll skip it because it would take too long.
We're getting a start on this, aren't we, Charlie? We're getting a start on it. Hey? Yes! See? Charlie! Charlie! I don't usually talk to horses at all, right? But when no, I just had. No, he just offered that little drop there. So we're gonna just do another couple. Just getting the seed in here, which is gonna help you. Charlie. Right. Like one little try. There, Charlie. There, Charlie. Right, okay. Right, so I'm going to go back now to feet forward. Nice. So feet forward. So I'm controlling his forward motion.
Wow, yeah.
I'm controlling his rear end. So there's the rear end. Because if I can take his motor away from him, there's his rear end, then he can't really escape too much. Right, forward, Charlie. Forward. Now rear end, Charlie. Release. Forward, Charlie. Not away, Charlie. Charlie. Forward, Charlie. Forward, Charlie. Hind end, Charlie. There. Not so frightened then. Okay? So, come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. There. So, follow. Lead around. Hind quarters. Face, back up. Come on. Right, so we go through that one little thing again. So, stop, Charlie. Forward, Charlie. Hind quarters, Charlie. Back up, Charlie. Right, so I'll finish with just a little try here, and then. But Tanya, of all the horses I've been to, probably one of the
longest.
Took more longer to get
Yeah.
even that.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
yeah.
So that's showing up
Yeah.
that he doesn't want to, doesn't feel
he's capable of relaxing
Yeah.
enough at the moment
Yeah.
for that. Okay, so I want him to go around, keep this going. No, that's nice.
Yeah.
See the attitude?
Yeah.
Very, very gently. Take your hindquarters. Gently go back. Yeah. Now we're going to go the other side now. So we might be like starting over again.
Yeah.
Different eye.
Yeah.
Different eye. Okay. So just one forward. So that's not forward. Watch his feet.
Yep. Yeah. So he's going back now. Oh, I see. Yeah. No.
Right. So. So I had what, one tiny step. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. One tiny step. Stop.
Have you all noticed? There's no way he felt comfortable with me being on the left eye and away from him and directing him. He just was beside himself, couldn't listen, just wanted me to go back to his right side, and it's so evident there, you know, and I was thinking something definitely building in my mind, something's definitely going on from that side.
You see how the horse got two sides to it, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Always
Yeah.
with a nervous horse, always the same as this. So he's got comfortable with me controlling his feet
One
that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we have to establish exactly the same, no difference than the other side. Start establishing,
Yeah, he's giving me the eye again.
giving you the eye. Oh, I know.
It's like,
But it's important, I'm not, you know, I've got to be a little bit away from you.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right then.
Ew.
Forward with the feet. There. Good. Back up. I can't imagine him blasting through me now, can you?
No.
That's nice. Hindquarters. But you gotta have it quite good in both eyes, you know.
Yeah.
Stop looking at your mother.
You would judge.
Hey, Mum, what's he doing?
I think I'll sort you out later. No, Charlie.
You see things getting slightly better all the time.
Shall I have a little break for 5? Do you want a little break?
You can.
Yeah.
Started making sure I can control him, that it has the most settling effect on horses. That's all they want. All a horse wants is to be able to be, like, just back off and let someone else take the role of being in charge. They can't let anyone do that if we're not in control of them, which is what an alpha horse is. An alpha horse, they have to either lead
you know, follow or they are pushed. Yeah. But now he's just a little bit. He's had 2 minutes there. You see how easy now he's starting to think. Do you know what? I might try this lowering on my head thing. Now his eyes. Did you see what happened with his eyes then?
I couldn't see.
Yeah, his hair.
Well, if
I tried to pull
Watch
that.
his eyes. Oh, he's gone again.
now, I only thought that then, you know.
Right.
Now he's starting to lower, right? Now he's starting to. And I'm putting enough in there that you'll be able to take over with this, but only when you know he's quiet enough. I've managed to do it sort of. I mean, this is a big shock for him to have somebody take control of him, isn't it?
Most definitely.
You know, look, he licked and chewed. He's starting to know now. It's feeling good to
I
him.
think he likes it.
Yeah, it's feeling good to him. But look at his eyes. It'll happen in a minute. He'll just. There. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Right? That's what I was looking for. No. And he probably would never have had a head this low in a field with people before. You know?
He's on his own as well, you know.
Well, we've deliberately brought it, you know, that's why I brought him away from his friends, because we can work through something. It would be easier in the field with the friends. I just want to. This is something that a lot of people don't see as important as I do with it. You know, I see a really important. Oh, he's starting to.
Lips going.
Huh?
Lips going.
His eyes are starting to shut.
Yeah.
That's where we'll go for coffee when I've just got it so.
Yeah,
that
they are. They're shutting.
Huh?
They are.
The thing is, to get this done, you know, most people wouldn't have held the leader at the beginning. You know how when he reared and went to pull away and I've got a way of locking down. That's the bit that's so important. It's worth me coming here just for that.
Yeah.
You know, just so that the horse don't.
No, absolutely.
Oh, there you go. There's the bit. See his lip?
Yeah.
See his lip?
Oh, Charlie, where's my big stallion gone? It looks like a
Right.
little.
So, what will he be like on his own in the stable usually?
Normally he doesn't go in very often. I only had him in at night in the winter, because he hadn't been stabled since I had him for about 10 sort of years. In these stables, because they're like American barn styles, he sees his friends. He goes in, but he bumps into things when he goes through the door. You know, so I have
Should we have a look at that
Yeah,
then?
but I haven't done his mouth. It's just up at the bank. It's not banked up because I haven't been in it since Christmas.
No, things are going to be no different now. In other words, no, you wait, you know. Right?
Yes.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Things cannot change, it's just so, isn't it?
No, that's it.
So
Now
you have to
I
start.
forget that now.
Well, this is what I'm.
Yeah, like when we go for the walk, I literally get he's happy. He walks and I'm.
Yeah, that's nice. This is what I'm trying to say now to him. No, back up for those feet. So I'm reminding him all the time. No, he's not the leader. He follows me. So if I stop, back away. Right? The more I do it, the more. So what I'm going to do here, look, I'm going to stop, look, stop. Back up.
Sorry, it's not clean.
That's all right. Right then, let's.
You know the chickens went in there.
So this is a problem.
Yeah,
So-
I have to usually really hold him, like, you know,
Well-
hand on his neck and really touch me in.
So this is great to work on this.
Okay.
So I want you going on in here
Yeah.
with a little bit of quality. So you'll blast him probably to start with.
And then he does the circle and stairs.
Right.
And
So
he stands there, and that's where I give him instructions.
It's quite dark in here, isn't it?
It is. No, should I put some lights on?
Oh no,
anyway?
no. I'm just saying.
It is.
It's a bit.
Right, in darkness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the one when I put the
Right.
food down, you can't see.
In darkness.
Look at that. Nothing.
Come here, Tom.
Well, I can see it.
Right. In darkness. Right, see that?
Yeah.
Now look this side. You go through there.
Yeah.
Watch this side now. You see the
Yeah,
blinking?
yeah.
Focus in on that. Huh? You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, look this side. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I could press that eye now and it,
You could.
so you can't see that eye in the dark. You could just about see it outside. So this is where you've got a blind horse in one eye,
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
That's what.
This will explain a lot.
This is the one when he comes in
Yes,
here.
yes.
Because it's this eye. As I bring him in, he used to walk into here, and then he'd walk into that. So then I'd help him.
He's
so
blind. Without the full sunlight, he's blind.
Yeah, in that eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is going to explain a lot. Now can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Because I'm here for a reason sometimes beyond what you think. Has it got worse?
I only noticed
Think.
it this winter.
So it has then.
I've never seen it, but he hasn't been stabled. Again, this dark area. I came up here on December the 3rd, and we had to keep him out for 2 weeks. Then we brought him in, and it was that time, so December till he was, it was in that period of time when I was feeding him, and I first noticed he wasn't looking he wasn't putting the food. See, he wanted the food, but he was looking elsewhere for it. And I put his treat ball down, and he can't see.
I think he can partially see out of it with full sunlight. This is what I think.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Or bright daylight, at least.
Right daylight, he can see an image.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was more up about me being on that side of him out there, which is very rare because we lead. Think about what we do.
Yeah,
we
we do
lead
everything on
this
that.
side.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
by rights, he should have been much happier with
Happier.
me, and he wasn't. Okay, got there in the end, but he really wanted me to on the side they don't usually want you on because everything's this side.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty much confirmed. You've got a
Blind
pretty much
now.
blind eye, other than complete sunlight. I think you can see shadows.
Yeah.
That takes the riding out. I'm going to just give you advice, okay? Advice.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't be riding him,
No.
okay? You're saying he's bumping into things in the wrong light.
Yeah,
If you were trotting along somewhere and the light failed,
Change,
you've got some weird tunnels down there. We just went through
Yeah, I
them.
don't go down there. I go up.
Right,
To lead
but-
him up. I don't mind him up.
But you can imagine if
Awful. Yeah.
he could
Well,
trip,
that's the
break
thing.
your neck, whatever.
When we started walking him out at the start, there was when the shadow changes on the road. If it's black on it, he always. And when the snow came,
Yes.
this is another thing. He wouldn't look. He was like that then because of the snow. He couldn't see.
Right, so I think you've got to really be careful about riding him.
Yeah.
Do you get a vet to come and have a look to see what's in there and what's going on? That's up to you. It's hard for me to advise on this now. I think it's my job to tell you this could be dangerous to ride him.
Mhm.
You say sometimes he blasts and hits fencing.
Oh, he just yeah.
This again could be a
Not
part
sure.
of.
Yeah, whether it's his or whether he can't see very well.
Yeah,
on it.
I think there's
don't
something
know.
going on. I think without a doubt. It's all confirming now. And him bumping into these things. So
yeah, and
it's what you do with it
It's
now.
quite sad because he would literally come round
Yeah.
and I just
Do you want me to
started doing it.
work on trying to get him to come in here nicer for you? That's something I could do.
Or do you not bring him in here? Is it just the winter?
No, I do bring him in.
Oh, right,
No,
okay.
sorry, only in the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bring him in normally, and so I usually come in this way, and that's the hardest way. So I thought I'd give you that without telling you. And
Yeah, no.
No, that's good.
And that went well, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he puts his 4 feet on the floor and he shakes and he comes here and he shakes and then I literally, so when we get to here, he starts to shake and I walk him through, and he got into a routine where I sort of hold him like that and I guide him through literally, and then he'll turn round, and then that's when I'm like, I breathe then and give him a treat, and then put his hand up, and he's settled. Not good for the treat.
It's answered a lot of questions. I think that things have got worse then in the last you reckon in the last year you've noticed more?
Well, yeah, because I've been sort of handling him more because he was just out in the field when the kids were small, and now
A lot of places I go where they've got really wild ponies, really wild horses, I'll get so far and realise that the horse is cataract or blind or something.
Yeah.
You got to, that's where I have to say I can't go much further with this, other than, you know, you're gonna have to. You won't be able to do the groundwork like I'm doing this side. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
to you.
okay, okay.
I think you're gonna find it really difficult because I'm finding it difficult with him and having to reduce the actions.
Yeah.
Your other horses are all quiet, aren't they? I noticed.
Yes, yeah.
Quiet. You can do this around them.
Yeah, yeah.
With him when he gets up, you can't, can you? Because he's not sure what's here. He's not.
No.
So he gets up there.
And because
So-
my energy levels drop and I get more,
Yeah.
so I'm not leading him there.
Is this where the lady does the feet in here?
No, she does them in the field.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't even feel.
Yeah, good, yeah.
We very rarely use the stables because I don't, for all my others, I don't mind
We'll have
if
a
they
cup of
stay
coffee and have a chat. So, shall we leave him in? What's it like if I leave him in here now? Panic or?
Well, he's never left in on his own, so...
Okay,
I
well, we'll bring him with us
yeah,
then.
yeah.
We'll bring him with us.
Okay.
But I think it's confirmed why you've had the problems.
Yeah, well, I
Watch
saw
yourself
him-
now because he might
Yeah.
rush out. I'm going to bring him in and out a few times.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's great coming out. And he's,
Oh, right, he is,
yeah,
isn't
he is.
But going
and
in,
he
he's not.
He waits for his mum and he's a bit... He'll come in and he just...
That's not bad.
No, it's the very first time, but he's still... That's good, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's do that a few times then. So you come in this way.
Let me just move this, because I have to ask him to put his head down because he's too tall. So I just,
You wouldn't come in the other way, normally.
yeah, I come in both ways, but this is the way, but they haven't opened the top door today.
Right.
Normally in the winter.
Do you want me
so-
to do that then?
What,
It's up to
bring
you.
this way?
Will I be able to get him through the... No, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit... Well, if I just turn around here and go back.
Actually, I'll open it, because you're here, so if anything goes wrong, you can manage him.
All right then.
Doesn't mean I won't do it. It's a bit...
Yeah, he's definitely hard of sight.
Yeah, well, I said to Mel about
I
that.
think you
she's
said at the
like,
beginning you thought.
Yeah, in his left eye. That was because I couldn't do the bowl, when I gave him all the food in his street bowl.
Well,
So
like
I've
I
got
say,
that. So I'm
we
not
get the
worried
ri-
if
we
I
get
can't
the
ride
rides.
him. Yeah, I'm not worried. I've had it. He's 13, 14 now.
yeah.
I'm happy.
But it
I know
means
I-
you can. It means you can know that now. You know, he's a lot happy me leaving him this side. That's one thing you could do.
Yeah, lead him on that side.
Well, yes, he seems much happier with me this side though,
Yeah.
which would be a part of that. Yeah, I think that's the thing to
Lead
do.
him on the right.
Yes, you've never done that.
Not really.
Right.
I'll do it when he's
Well,
trying he's going to squash it. If there's something nervous on one side, I'll go on the other side so he doesn't run me over. But no, I haven't actually made a...
Well, he's been very respectful to me, to be honest.
Yeah, he's been really good actually.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, but this going in the stable, I just want to do that a few
If he
times.
was at this level, I could be happy and cope because I do love him.
Yeah.
He just,
I'm just thinking of you getting hurt if his eye gets any worse, that's all.
yes, yeah.
'Cause I have seen people, you know, quite badly hurt with blind horses. You know, like I say, this is about us as much as the horse. And it'd be nice for you to be able to take him in nicely, wouldn't it, each time? That's what.
No,
But the only way you can do that is keep doing it.
And it's funny because we get, when he gets to the mucky, he's done that.
So this is what I built up out there, feet forward. So that's nice. Agreed? So we'll give him a second now, and we'll try him on his partially sighted one. Tell him how good he is. He's been a very good boy, isn't he?
He is very good now, yeah. Well, Charles, you can
What a shame, isn't it?
Huh?
What a shame. If it wasn't for that eye, I think that's where all your problems, that's why you've ended up with him.
Probably.
Well, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think whatever happens is these eye problems get worse as time goes on.
He's not going anywhere. I couldn't-
No. Okay, all I'm doing is trying to make it so you're a bit safer.
I mean, even if you said to me, look, I think it's safer if you just had him as a little field companion you can play with in the field. And
Don't think you'd be riding him.
Oh.
Quash that one for your safety.
Yeah.
You know, I'd hate to be told that, but I think with the eye the way it is.
I felt it
But this knocking into fences to me sounds like it's all coming when the light's low. Because you can definitely see my finger out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't in here. Okay. So there's my forward.
Okay.
There's my hindquarters which I built.
Yeah.
Now what side are we on?
That's his bad side now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look where his head is.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
he can't see me.
Yeah.
Can you see, Tam? Is that
Yeah.
picking that up?
Yeah.
And you trust him?
Yeah.
Hindquarters. Nearly bumped me. Nearly bumped me there because he couldn't.
Because he couldn't see, that was
Couldn't
it.
see properly.
Yeah.
So. Couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't see it.
Wow.
You know when he pulled then, would he have broke the rope, do you think?
He does
String.
because what I do, I don't really
Yeah.
do this because it's
Yeah.
wrong. I
Right.
have my retreat and I
Yeah.
go, "Come on, Charlie," and he goes like this and he goes, okay. So that bit's me. I know.
You got to decide yourself whether you keep that going.
I'm going to try your methods now. Really am because
Just
that's
some
what
of
I
them,
need, 'cause
you know.
otherwise I-
Listen, just try some of them.
But I
He
was on,
won't
that
everything.
Was it. I was fed up with. I just really hate coming up.
Yeah,
I
just
got
be
to
aware
that
of what
stage.
we found out.
And do you know what I'll do? I'll say, Han, can I take Miz out? And then I'm working on Miz so I can avoid him, really. But I wouldn't tell anyone. But it makes, because he's...
I can understand it, and it would worry me. I wouldn't let Tanya lead, because I know about that eye, and I know how he's bumping into things he shouldn't
when you
be.
look at him now,
No, I know.
You would think you're talking about a different horse, wouldn't
I
you?
know you would. Right?
But Nell said you'd be able to see.
Yeah,
things that-
I think so. Right. So, in other words, Mel's got to be a bit careful doing the feet on the other side,
Yeah.
especially down where he needs his flight and his flight mechanism from his back end.
See,
So that
I can't do his back legs, which is...
you can't do them.
And that's my problem. That's
Does he
my-
kick? Does he kick
He
out?
doesn't do anything wrong. It's mine. That's my issue that I've got. It's not him. It's
I'm
Mel
not going to
does
have
him.
time to do that. You know, if I was
No,
coming
it's fine.
back, then I
Yeah.
could. But I think Mel can do that. But I would
Mel's
have him.
great with him. It's
I
me,
would have him here. He would know this is where he is for his feet.
So you usually tie him up, see?
See, but what?
Yeah. Because he doesn't like. I know. I'm sounding really stupid. We'll take what he is now.
Yeah, take
and
him
I'm
for
gonna-
what you're the horse you've got today.
Yes, and I'm
Take
gonna
your horse you've got
carry
today.
that on.
Yes, he's edgy still, but usually you wouldn't really tie him to do feet and that. But I would get him so quiet here. I would stay within the vicinity, but by tying to one of these safe clips, if he pulls back a little bit, he's not going to break nothing. It would just release. Look, it would just release out a bit. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And he will realise if you leave him long enough and he does all his moving, and then when eventually, if you left him for an hour at a time, but so you can see him, eventually they realise moving's just a waste of energy. They start to settle and know that they can live through it, and then you release them. But I would definitely be doing the feet. You know, this is the place where he relaxes. I'd do that. You know, there's nothing wrong with putting a hay net here and having him there 20 minutes a day, but never release him when he's moving and getting upset. That's the difference.
Yeah, and that's when I
Never release a horse till
stop.
he's just accepted. Then release him. That's where people go wrong. They go, oh, he's moving around and yinning,
yeah.
but you can't do it unless you've got one of these,
No.
because this is what keeps things safe. You might have to come back and just pull it through a bit, and maybe put that over a couple of times like that. Like that. See, he's pulling there, wondering what that was. But I don't care because he can't hurt himself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You can, go on, pull. I don't care. He's thinking. No, usually I think he would have bust the string there. Right? See how he's getting upset? But he's keeping us in this eye, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I would do there,
Yeah.
you know, I've got a bit of hindquarter control. Right? So that's where I would leave him alone.
Yeah.
Right there. If he goes back over
Yeah.
there, I'll move him back again. But I'll use. He's pulling on that. I don't care because he's going to get hurt. So the only time he can relax is when he's square on, which is right there. So if he does it again, I'd do it again.
keep working on the bit I want to move. Okay, so it did him no good going over there, and I didn't care if it pulled on that.
No.
And those should be used in trailers.
Yeah.
If you wanted to tie it to a gate somewhere, you could, whereas usually it would pull the gate off.
Yeah, yeah.
See, if you ride a horse out somewhere, you could take these and put them to something,
Yeah.
you know, connect the clip anywhere. They're great. So, okay, so does that make sense why they're
Definitely.
so good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be getting one of those.
I think they're awesome. Okay, so switch it off now, Bab. Hey,
Yeah,
does that feel better? It looks brilliant.
he's following me.
I think he definitely is better on the other eye, doesn't he? The one
Yeah.
he can,
Yeah.
it looks good. How does that feel?
Good.
Now when you stop, put your foot back. Back him up 2 paces. Tut, tut. 1, 2, stop. How's that?
Fabulous.
Hand on his forehead, gently.
Good boy. Oh.
Good boy.
No treats in your pocket. You didn't
No.
need them, did you?
No.
No.
So that's pretty much where we ended the session. I've been there quite a long time. It's quite a lot for everyone to deal with. And a lot was explained, a lot came to fruition. And it ended there. I took the horse out because, as I explained, the last thing Charlie does with us is the first thing he'll remember. So I made sure it was a really nice lead out to the fields, stopped him lots, backed him up lots, rubbed on him lots, lowered his head. Just a really nice experience for him, but respectful one. And then let him off in the field, and it was a lot for him to deal with, but he accepted it all. The owner gave him a nice rub, didn't run off or anything like that. She gave him a nice rub, and all was great. So I've had, it's only been 2 days, I've had a couple of videos sent me, only little tiny clips from the owner. She's absolutely over the moon. I'll show them now how she's getting on, because, you know, I do wear off horses pretty quickly. So unless an owner takes on board what I'm telling them to do, then things can slip back, and that's life, it happens. But I'm really pleased with these couple of clips. I'll show you those because they are really good. Now that little tiny clip there of Charlie standing still at his tie station now, his patience post with his little safe clip, it might not seem like much, but it's the world. In 10 years, he's never stood still and always panicked when you've tied him. So that is major. That is, you know, I'll go to the next clip. So that's the end of the video now, definitely the end. Hope everyone got something from it. I enjoyed helping with the clipping of that one then. Some great discoveries in it. Now, there's an awful lot of horses with impaired vision. I go to loads. So share away, guys. You know, it might help some people get their horses checked with a vet. You know, it'd be really appreciated if you do that. But going back to the owner, she's lovely, and her daughter. We've had a message through. I've got a demo, my first one, demonstration locally to me at Moor Farm Equestrian Centre in Pembrokeshire on the 18th, starting at 11 o'clock, but it'll be sort of from 10, won't it? They want to come now. They've asked for 3 tickets. We managed to get a few extra tickets. So they're coming to that. So they've took on board, and I feel good about it, that they're willing to come, and it's quite a long way. I mean, it's like 150 mile town or something like that. It's a long way. They're coming down. All right. They're coming down to watch. So that really is good that they're taking it on board to come and watch me. And I think if they keep those simple things going, Charlie, it'd be a different world for Charlie and a different world for them, for the owners. So, well, that's the end then. So I hope you enjoyed that one. This is on the main site, so everyone can see it. And happy trails, and see you again soon. Bye.